All right, hey there, welcome back. Christopher here and making another video for you. I'm just super excited. I'm really happy about this because you know what? This stuff it's super simple, right? Vince Lombardi, who would always say, you must be brilliant in the basics. You must be brilliant in the basics. When you master the basics, the fundamentals, then everything else falls into place, okay? These are things that a lot of people are not talking about. They're not talking about, okay? But what I found is that these things are super important. So the next question I get asked a lot of time is, where do I find clients? Well, finding clients is easy, right? So let me ask you this question, because I want to get you to think. Because the more I can get you to think, the more you're going to find that the answer is within you. The answer is within you. So if I want to catch a shark, am I going to go, to the desert, or am I going to go to the ocean or to some brackish water? And the answer is, I'm going to go where the shark is. If I want to hunt a white-tailed deer, am I going to, go to Lambeau Field or to the Daytona 500 infield, or am I going to go to, and there's deer all over the place, but I'm just picking, or am I going to go to, a national forest, or some public hunting lands, where there's deer at in Wisconsin or Iowa, wherever they're at, okay? They're throughout the world. And the answer is, you're going to go where they're at. So that means, that gets into a deeper question. Which means you must really know who you're looking to help out. Because if you know who you're looking to help out, then guess what? You know more about them. You know where they're at. What do they like to read? What do they like to do? And really that helps you identify where they're at, but most importantly, how to speak to them. So a lot of people are gonna, may not even make this far because I said a 3-letter word, right? I said God, and they're like, oh, God, Hey, and that's fine. That's okay. That's fine, because before I joined the Marine Corps, and you know what? I really didn't believe in God either. But I'm telling you, when you find yourself in that situation, and He gets a hold of you, your life changes, and it goes from being something that people talk about, and you hear about, to something that's very near and dear and personal to you, and especially when you ask them to come into your heart. So I'm saying this because it's really about understanding who your target audience is. Who are you here to serve, right? One of my mentors, Mike Murdoch, says, look, you're not called to everybody. Jesus wasn't called to everybody. He says those who are well have no need of a physician. So we're only called to certain people. And so that really dives in a little bit deeper about finding your target audience. So, like, let's say, one of the things that I like to do, I recommend people do, is to look in the mirror. So when you look in the mirror, I look in the mirror, what do I see? I see somebody who's got very short hair. I see somebody who's obviously got a beard. And I've got, a native necklace on. My daughter bought this for me. I'm super proud of her. And, I've got kind of like a sports shirt on, right? And, I'm looking, I'm actually, without this on, I probably look like I'm very young. Somebody asked me one time, I was in Walmart one time, I said, hey, how old do you think I'm? So, well, maybe 62. I was like, like I was born in 62. I was like, holy smokes. It's the beard. It's the white in the beard. But anyways, because, a couple summers ago, we went to the pool, and my face, I'd shaved, and they thought I was like 18 years old. And they're like not trying to be nice, like, trying to flatter me. They thought I was like, 18, 19 years old, right? So it's funny. And it's an interesting thing. So anyways, so those are the external things. I'm also military, right? A Marine veteran. So who am I going to resonate with? Okay, obviously I'm a Christian, okay, which goes more inside, but right now it's popping, right? Who am I going to resonate with? I'm going to resonate with people that are like me. So what I have noticed is when I started growing a beard, guess what? The guys with the beard, it's like a, hey, kind of like, like a wave or something. It's funny. But it's also interesting to see, too, how there are certain women who like a man with a beard, and there's other women who just think that it's nasty, right? I mean, it's just all about the mindset and the belief, right? So to take an inventory of the external, and then to take an inventory of the internal, okay? I'm a dad. I'm a father. I'm also a Christian, right? There's all sorts of things. You look at these things, and it helps you identify who you're here to help out. But also, again, I'm gonna just go back to one of my mentors, Mike Murdock. He says, whosever pain you feel, it's a clue to who you're assigned to, right? What angers you is the clue to something you're supposed to correct. It's so simple. But again, you know, they're not teaching this stuff in schools. They're not teaching this stuff in school. It's crazy. Okay, so well, let me say this. For the most part, they're not teaching in schools. Okay, so you understand what I'm saying here. You understand what I'm saying? It's funny. It's funny. But it's very sad. It's very sad because you see all these people, and most people, you know, there's this onslaught. I mean, you see, you know, hate the rich. You know, most people who are committing crimes on TV are what, you know, in the movies and stuff. They're what? They're rich, right? I mean, it's crazy. And then you know, and I'm gonna say this, right? And then you look at the pop culture. What has pop culture made popular? Pop culture has made having sex with a lot of women popular. Pop culture has made, kill a bug here. Pop culture has made women dressing with next to nothing on popular, right? That's crazy. It's ludicrous. No pun intended. It's craziness, okay? And I'm here to say, you know what? I used to think like that. But I'll tell you what, when you get a daughter, you get family, you get a children, you get saved, you start to get your head right, and you start to see things that are going on and happening, right? So part of this is empowering you so you're able to go out there and to positively impact the world for Christ. For Christ. Because guess what? Jesus ain't broke. And if you're broke, it is very difficult, much more challenging to go out there and to impact the world, because it's not, I believe it's not his plan. It may be part of the curse because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, or you haven't stepped up into your identity, right? But he said, but Jesus came so you might have life and have life more abundantly. He says, be fruitful and multiply, to go subdue the earth, right? He didn't say go destroy the earth, go subdue it, right? And so we're supposed to be stewards, all these things, and you look at his word and you look at the reality, right? I do this all the time. I look at his word, I look at my life, I say, okay, you know, what's the disconnect? What's the disconnect? Because if something's not right, that means, guess what? The only variable is me. Because Jesus is the same yesterday, the same today, and the same tomorrow. So where do you find clients? You find clients wherever they're at. Wherever they're at, and that could be in print, it could be media, it could be YouTube, it could be Facebook, it could be LinkedIn. I mean, it's wherever they're at. And a lot of times people want to start with that. I started with that. Okay, go to Google, go to AdWords, go to Bing, whatever. And what I realized, right, because, you know, some of my mentors are saying, hey, you know, focus on your avatar. It's like, yeah, you know, it sounds all nice, whatever. And then you realize you spend a couple $10,000s on advertising, you're like, you learn that, you know, they're telling you this, the same like I'm telling you right now, I'm sharing with you. Get to know who you're speaking to. And just understand, it's going to be refined. It's going to be refined. So you can sit there and say, okay, you know what, I want to help out, you know, what breaks your heart? Single moms that, you know, are busting their butt. Okay, well, single moms that are busting their butt, you know, and you might refine, talk a little bit more about, or you might, you know, refine as far as the age. You might refine as far as the location, because it's all about who can you most effectively serve. Who can you most effectively serve? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I'm going to wrap this one up, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Bye-bye.